Well, hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and I am super duper 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 excited about today's project. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different things, but I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. And honestly, I cannot believe that I have not ever done this before, because it was so easy and adds so much. The only difficult part about it is waiting in between the steps. So yesterday I was out and about and I had some time to burn, and so I popped into my local Goodwill. I did not find a darn thing in the home decor section, but I found this adorable jean jacket. It's Old Navy. It is a size medium, and I have not worn a medium since I was in 5th grade. So it's not going to fit me, but it might fit my sister who's coming to visit me this weekend. So look how cute that was. It was $7. It's in perfect condition. So I grabbed it and brought it home. And then I started thinking, how can I do something fun on the back of it that will be different from the other jean jackets that I've done in the past? Let me just adjust this and grab the other jean jackets. Okay, so these are just two. The two other jean jackets that I've done were also for my sister. This one is my favorite. I did it with black ink, and it has these cute little, this is a stencil design called Grow Happy Thoughts. So I used black ink and I just stenciled straight on the denim. And then when it was dry, I heat set it and all that normal stuff. This one was the first one that I ever did. This is called Mandala Lace. It's not a design that's available anymore, although there is something new that kind of looks like this that's called Mandala Flower. Anyways, this is white ink, and I just stenciled it directly on the jacket. So I was thinking, could I use some of Magnolia's permanent ink to paint my jacket first and then stencil on that? And then I decided to get crazy. And I decided to try multiple colors as the background. And here is what it looks like. I'm going to give you some other ideas, and then I'll run through how I did it, and then I'll grab this denim over here and actually show you. So, without further ado, dun, da, da. Look at that. It is seriously, it turned out so much better than I could have even imagined. Of course, I learned a few things, and I'll show that to you. But basically, what I did is I painted this inside part on the back of the denim by diluting some different colors of Magnolia ink. This one I love. It is called, I can't see without my glasses, Vivid Cerulean. We'll use some of it. I did this one, which is called Amethyst Orchid. And then I did this one. I don't have it mixed up right here. Bubblegum. These are ink, not chalk paste. And they're all from MagnoliaDIY.com. And just so you know, they have 100 more colors. So basically, what I did is I wondered if the colors would show up, because this denim is such a dark wash, that I just diluted some white ink first, and I painted my whole area. Okay, and I let that dry, and I heat set it. Then I took my different colors of diluted ink after this was dry and heat set, and I just did like a color block, but going at an angle. So this was the blue, this was the Amethyst Orchid, this down here was the bubblegum, and then I did the cerulean blue at the bottom. I am thinking that this would be pretty. This is turquoise. This is called Fuchsia Rose. It would be pretty. There's so many fabulous colors. So I did that. Then I let it dry. That was the hardest part. I put it outside in the sunshine, and then I gave it a little tumble in the dryer to get it fully dry, and I heat set it with a hot iron and a piece of parchment paper. And this is going to be comfy. It's nice and soft. Don't use paint because paint dries crunchy. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to hold up to washing. This is totally washable, wearable, dryable, washable, wearable, dryable, over and over and over, okay? So when the underneath colors and color blocks were dry, then I used this beautiful stencil, and I'm going to show you, but I just kind of want to walk you through the steps. I laid this on here. I used some white ink from Magnolia, covered it, and this is what I got. I'm going to get some close-up pictures because first of all, it's hard for me to get it to lay straight. It's fabulous. I was a little worried because my little color sections were not all even or equal amounts. Does not matter. I do notice that the pink bubblegum, yeah, it dried a little bit lighter than the purple and the blue. That's okay. When I was doing my stencil over the top, obviously it got a little I got a little loose right here, and my stencil was not pushed out firmly, and I had too much ink on my squeegee, so I kind of have a little bit of a blob right there. But look how good I did on the other side. So it's just a matter of practice. When you're doing this step, you want to go slow. Go really slow, and limit how much ink you use. You can lift up your stencil and peek along the way. What do you guys think so far? I'm not done. I'm going to actually show you. But do this or this. If you're liking this idea, it could be absolutely any color. And you know what? I was thinking this would be so cute to do this same technique on the back and front, underneath of the collar, or you could do it on your little cuffs, or you could do it on the front pockets, or on this little section right here. There's so many things that you could do, but this turned out so good, I don't want to mess it up. I want to have it look fabulous like this so I can give it to my sister when I see her. So let's play for a minute, and I'm going to share tips and ideas as we go along. If you want to see this is an amazing stencil, and I made this. I made a big one too. Where is it? I might have put it upstairs in one of the rooms. This was a DIY that we did here. This design, you guys, is seriously, it is fabulous. It's all French script, different sizes, different styles. There's butterflies, dragonflies, bees. There's a key, a seal, a ladybug, the word Marseille. It is really fabulous. So if you want to just take a peek at this design, say Paris in the comments, Paris, and I'll message that over for you right away. So there's lots more I could do with this. I am going to let it dry a couple more hours, and then I will heat set it one final time, and it'll be done and all good to go. Okay, so going back to the very first step, I did like a whitewash of diluted white ink on here because this was so dark. I didn't know if the colors would really show up. So if you're working on some denim that is really dark, I think that first step is important. Okay, let me show you what I've got going on right here. And let me put on my apron so I don't wreck my cute little Bless Your Heart t-shirt that I made a long time ago. denim that's been in my closet for 100 years that I've used for different DIY projects. So this was great to experiment on. And what I'm thinking is, how cute would it be to do a back pocket? This same idea. You could do one color, or you could do that color blocking at an angle of 2 or 3 colors. So I started working on this, and then I was also thinking, how cute would it be to do the cuffs? So I've taken this one the next step ahead, just to show you. What I want to say before we jump into this, before I do this step, is that this denim is light. So you might be able to just skip right ahead, not do the white first, and then just go directly in to your colors. But the one thing you don't want to skip ahead with is the heat setting. So let me grab my iron. Do you guys think this is a cool idea? Tell me if you're going to do it. Magnolia has so many fabulous designs, so many fabulous colors of ink, that you could take this project. I was just thinking, what would I do? What could I do if I wanted to do something different? Well, I could do this. This is a paisley design. That would be cool. This is that Mandela flower. It's new. I could do that. I could do some words. This says, God is in her, she will not fail. There's so many designs. Or I could do this, big or small, and if I was just doing a pocket, I could say, okay, I want this dragonfly to be the center, or I want this key and the word Marseille, or this butterfly, or this bee, whatever, you know, appeals to you for that project. Okay, let me grab my iron and my little ironing board, and I'll show you how we heat set so that we can jump ahead and actually show you how this is done. Okay, so like I said, I'm not 100% certain that with the lighter color denim that you really need to do the white ink first. When I did it on the denim, it looked dark. The jacket that's a darker wash, this looked more white. And I don't have a exact measurement of how much you dilute this, just whatever you think looks good. 1 to 1, or 1 part ink and 2 or 3 parts water, and then you can add more ink if you think that's too diluted. So this is my iron. It's set on cotton, no steam. This is parchment paper, just to protect my iron in case any of this ink would get on my iron. I don't want to wreck my iron. Okay, and while I have this out, I'm going to heat set the cuff. Just so I'm ready to go when I show you how we do the next step. You can also put your project in the dryer on high, and you can put a bath towel or something in there if you wanted, and that would help things dry. If it's too wet, it could get on the inside of your dryer, but that could be a way to kind of give a little bit of a heat set too. Okay, so that's good enough. All right, let me move this out of the way. So like I said, this project is honestly not hard at all. It's just different steps. So I spent the whole morning fiddling around to get this. And nothing was hard at all. And this was a Goodwill jacket, like I said at the beginning, $7.24. And it turned out so good. The little bit of color is kind of subtle with the white ink. It just stands out. It's stunning, if you ask me. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did the next step with this, and then we'll come back and we'll finish. I'll show you how you do the final step with this cuff. So, okay, so first thing I'm going to do here is I am going to tape off my area. If you get a little bit of your ink that is diluted, if it goes out of the spot, you can use a paper towel and kind of sponge up almost whatever might have gotten out of the area that you wanted it to be in. As long as you do it right away. Now that probably wouldn't work on a pair of white jeans, but on denim, I did go outside of my boundaries a little bit, and I was able to fix that on the jacket. This tape is also going to help me when it comes time to stencil. Okay, and I'm using masking tape, not because masking tape is the best, but because that's what I had on hand. I didn't have any blue painter's tape. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to do two colors that I have out, and I'm going to dilute them a little bit more. This is Amethyst Orchid. Yes, Amethyst Orchid, and this one is called Vivid Cerulean. You don't have to do these colors. This is just what I... Ooh, and I did manage to spill a whole container of this already. So, protect your work area and your clothing. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of do this color blocking thing like what I did with the back of that jacket. And every denim is going to be different. When I was working on the cuff, what I discovered was that this really wants to take this ink and also maybe I could have diluted it a little bit more. Okay, so I've got that first layer on. I'm going to come down below and do another area. So, who has a jean jacket or a pair of jeans that you don't love anymore, that you haven't worn in a while, that you might be tempted to pull out and do a project like this on? Does anyone have something like that? Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete that. I don't know why that darker denim did not absorb my ink as well. it just has a different feel to it. It looks more, what it reminds me of is the 1980s. The 1980s were the years that I was in high school and college, and we had denim that had that acid wash on it, and sometimes it was tinted, and that is kind of what the jacket reminds me of. Okay, so you see what I've got going on here? I'm gonna just pat it a little bit dry so that I can work on the other area without it dripping everywhere. And that is gonna take some of the color off. Okay, so that's basically the first step. Then you want to let that fully dry. You can help it along by putting it out in the sunshine or by using a blow dryer or a heating tool on it. Or you can, once it's a little more dry than this, you can even put it in the dryer turned on hot and let the hot dryer do its thing. Okay. So that was that step. Now this one is all ready to go. I painted it white, let that dry. Then I painted the two colors on here. Then I let those dry, and then you just saw me heat set it a few minutes ago. And I'm doing it on the cuff because I think that would be cute. Those jeans that have the big cuffs are really in right now. They tend to be more straight, and this is more of a skinny jean, narrow, so, but this is not a pair of jeans I'm wearing, obviously, because one leg's cut off. This is a pair of jeans that I just have out to experiment with. And once upon a time, I did do another project on them. I did dandelions. Okay, but what I want to do now is I just want to show you this last step. So it's been painted with the diluted ink. It's been heat set. It's all dry and all ready to go. And now I'm going to use a stencil. I'm going to use this gorgeous one again. This is where the magic happens, and I'm trying to decide what do I want to have. I think I want this bee. But I do want the script in here to be straight. Okay, I could, you know what, I probably will put some tape over the cuff here, because then it will be easier to see where that is, so that I hopefully don't get a big pool of white ink like I did with the jacket. Okay, so let's go back to Mr. B here. I'm just looking to see, am I kind of straight? I think I kind of am. Okay, this stencil that I'm using right now, I have done a lot with it. It still looks great. It is not as sticky as it once was, but that's okay. You can kind of hold it down. Once you put your ink on there, it acts like a glue. Lots of people are on. Okay, let me grab a squeegee. And I'm going to do what I told you. I am going to I'm going to not use a ridiculous amount of ink by the hems. And I'm just going to go slow. Of course, if I was working on this without being live, you know, I would go even slower. And where you have little lumps and stuff where the fabric is on the side underneath, you're not going to have the most precise stencil impression, and that is okay. Let's just take the big globs off. Or take a peek. Hope that it's good. And it is. And there we go. Okay, let me throw this in my tub of water. Until I can get out to the sink. Clean off my hands. And again, this could be any design that you like. And maybe you don't want to do a stripe on the cuff. Or maybe if you were, you would go at an angle like I did on the back of the jean jacket. I mean, really, I just wanted to be able to show you, and these are my experimental jeans. So this is what the pocket looks like that I just showed you how to paint with diluted ink from magnoliadiy.com. If you want to look at all the colors that Magnolia has, just comment ink, I-N-K, drop ink, I-N-K in the comments, and I'll message you the link that has, I don't even know how many colors they have, 20? Or something like that, but lots of pretty colors. If you want to look at this Paris script stencil, comment Paris, and I'll send that to you. But that is basically what that looks like. And here's our pocket, and here is my masterpiece. I seriously think it is. It's subtle. It's not crunchy. It will be washable and dryable and wearable. I could wear this out in the rain. It's not going to come off on anything. Sorry. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle. I hope that you are inspired and that you have lots of ideas rolling around in your brain. Maybe you have some ink at home already. Go check and see what colors you have. Maybe you have some stencils already. Go check and see what you have that you could use. If you're interested in the Paris stencil, comment Paris. If you're interested in getting some different colors of ink, you want to see what there is, comment ink. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you guys later.